This is Inside Yale Football, brought to you by Yale All Access. Welcome to another edition of Inside Yale Football. The Bulldogs coming off a 37-17 win over Cornell, the only 2-0 team in the Ivy League and 1-0 in Ivy League play. We're joined by Yale defensive lineman Jake Stoller, a senior out of Shaker Heights, Ohio. And Jake, congrats on being 2-0 and welcome to the program.
Appreciate it. Great to be here.
Let's talk with how you got to Yale first. You're one of Dwayne Brooks' top lieutenants on that D-line, and it's got to be an awesome experience playing for him for 4 years.
Absolutely. Having him around for 4 years has been unbelievable. He obviously came out to Cleveland, recruited me, and he's the real deal. He'll tell you what, even in high school before I was coming here, told you about, what you can improve on, even looking at your pass rush back then. So I can appreciate a coach who's going to critique you from the very beginning, and he fed me the truth the whole time, and I appreciated that, and obviously ended up here.
The recruiting process, sometimes it's a necessary evil, some might say.
Yeah.
There is a lot of, spinning of stories, but I don't know that Dwayne Brooks is one who's ever spun anything, and I don't think he would know how.
No, I don't think so either. He had a good time eating in my house, and I definitely appreciated that with all the other coaches that rolled through.
Talk about the D lineman you're with. I mean, you're one of the seniors on the defense. There's a lot of seniors on the defense. You guys
Absolutely.
have been a group that has been together for a while, and what is that like as a player?
Yeah, I think that's what really makes it. It's kind of a family experience. Obviously, you rotate a lot of guys, which has made it one of those experiences that everyone's happy, right? I mean, everyone's happy with how they play. You get in, you show what you can do. Absolutely. Obviously, Reed Spiller's been one of my best buddies going through college now, and you have Carter Deutsch and Michael Anderson, and then on top of that, Pat Moran came back for next year to hang out with me. So it's been, I really appreciate having all those guys around. And obviously, Pat is the older guy, has want to fit in, even though most of those guys have left except Gio. It's been great having him around for an extra year.
We always try and like to get the hometowns in on the radio broadcast.
Yeah.
My Hall of Fame partner, Carm Koza, is from Parma, Ohio himself. So you Ohio guys always get a little extra mention.
Yeah.
And tell us about high school football in that state and how much of a pride thing that is.
Absolutely. It's all about pride in that state. I mean, even going out to PA this weekend, the Big 33 game and all that, there's a lot of rivalry between those two states. Obviously, Paul Rice came here. A couple guys from University School have been here throughout the years. And my head coach played at Princeton. There was a little carousel going over there with Jeff Terrell, who was the 06 Player of the Year. So I knew this was the right place for me, and the Ivy League's obviously been a fun place to play.
Well, you mentioned 06, Yale's last Ivy championship. What do you think it'll take the rest of the season?
I think the offense is obviously putting up a fair amount of points. I think it's time for the defense to get back to what we're all about, and that's shutting offenses down both in the running game and passing game, and I think we're going to get back on track.
Well, Jake, you're a senior, and you are in the pleasant position of knowing that you've got at least one credible option for next year, and you're thinking about maybe a second, but why don't you tell us where you stand?
Yeah, so I got an offer in a finance internship I did this past summer, and I took it up with Barclays Capital, and I'm pretty excited about the opportunity and obviously really enjoyed my summer, and they made it available for me to train that whole summer as well, so it was the perfect situation.
Now, people hear finance, and if they don't know any better, they might think it's a pure numbers thing, and obviously that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
But you're also studying some fascinating subjects, and
yeah.
I know you had a chance to do some of that this summer too.
Yeah, I did a fair amount. Probably one of the best tasks that was put on this summer was shale gas, which is obviously natural gas, and it's bumping in the Midwest. So it comes to do with Ohio and obviously Pennsylvania. So getting to experience a little bit about where finance can influence the Midwest is something that I really enjoyed and kind of took home. Absolutely.
So from the time Coach Brooks is in your house recruiting you to come here to now, how would you say your Yale experience, all things considered, has gone? Is it what you imagined? Have things surprised you? How would you sum it up?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the reason I came here, obviously Coach Brooks recruited me, and being around the guys that I've been with for 4 years has been unbelievable. 45 pounds ago, as a mere freshman, I didn't know a lot of people, obviously. New place, a lot of my buddies stay in state. And getting to know guys like Jordan Haynes, who I've lived with for a couple years now, and then really being able to look past not only the football memories that you're going to have, but living with these guys and really getting to know them has been a once in a lifetime. Absolutely.
It seems from being on the practice fields a lot and watching, you guys have really bought into Coach Williams and what he's all about. And
yeah.
it looks like it's a lot of fun out there, a lot of work at the same time, but
Yeah.
it looks like he has succeeded in changing the culture. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%, absolutely. Coach Williams has been phenomenal. My 3 years with him now, he'll stop you, sit you down, and talk to you about how everything's going in school, as well as getting on the field. And you know, he can coach up every position on the field. So when he comes over to us, we're obviously all ears, and we get fired up out there, which is exciting for a team that my first year hadn't really experienced that in a practice situation. So it's good to carry over to games what you're going to do in practice.
All right, thanks. Great job, Jake, and we'll look forward to seeing you the rest of the way.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
That's Jake Stoller.